Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the GSD 003. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Militato ML05, and Greg was wearing my Addy's Dive AD 2054. Grogu said that Princess Leia is upset. She said that former Chancellor Valerum says if she doesn't drop out of the race, he will tell the entire galaxy that she is married to a former drug smuggler. Han said, I didn't know it was drugs. I thought I was hauling the Spice Girls around. All right, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this box that says GSD. And here's the watch. Comes on this little foam thing. And I wanted to show you this too. This hang tag has 003 on it. And so that's what I got the reference number from. I don't even know if that's the correct reference number or not. I can't find it anywhere. So this is what I'm using. But here is the watch. This is an homage to an AP Royal Oak offshore. The offshore line lets AP have fun with the Royal Oak and do whatever they want with them, and also put rubber straps on them. This rubber strap on this GSD is the only reason I mention offshore, as the rest of the watch is more traditional Royal Oak, like with the waffle dial, octagon bezel with little hex screws and a hexagon crown. There is not a lot of information about this watch on the AliExpress ad. I only know that it is the 003 because that is what is printed on the hang tag. There is no mention of water resistance, but since it has a screw down crown and a caseback held on by screws, I would assume 50. But I do not have the equipment to test, so take this watch in the water at your own risk. This watch comes in two different colorways, blue or black. I chose the blue, which is more of a grayish blue than I prefer. Black strap is the only option. I noticed that the AliExpress store is also selling one that looks just like it on a bracelet. I wish I would have known at the time. I ordered the bracelet version anyway, just for future reference. The watch is 43 millimeters wide, and it's 52.3 millimeters if you measure right here at the case. And I think that's a fair measurement, because if you measure at the ends of these lugs here, then that's kind of misleading because they slope way down. It's 12.4 millimeters thick, which isn't too bad for an automatic. And it's 26 millimeters where the strap meets the case, and it tapers down to 18 at the buckle. And it weighs 114 grams on the supplied rubber strap. The bezel is an octagon with the vertical brushing of watches in this style. And if you look here too, it has these little screws, and they actually look like they're real screws. I don't think that they're just indents in the bezel. They're real screws, because also if you look here, you can see the other ends of them. So I think they actually work. Then we have the dial. The dial has a waffle pattern. And once again, this blue color is a little bit too gray for me. I wish it was bluer. Then it says GSD up top and automatic on the bottom. No mention of water resistance, and no mention of water resistance in the ad or the paperwork. So I'm going to assume 50 just because we have a screw down crown and we have a screw down case back. But I do not know that for a fact. I do not have the equipment to test. So take this in the water at your own risk. Then we have baton indices with a double at the 12. And then we have stick hands and an unloomed second hand. Then we have a date at the 3 with a half index. I'm glad it has a date. I like having a date. Now we do have minute markers, even though they're kind of hard to see. Then we have a hexagon unsigned screw down crown. It does pop nicely, and it catches right away when you go to screw it down, so that's nice. Then we have a flat mineral glass crystal, no sapphire there. Then we have the case. The case is really nice. I'm very impressed with the case, considering this watch is under $40, or at least was when I bought it. It's solid steel, and it's brushed with that same coarse brushing as the bezel. And it just looks really nice. I like it. And I think they did a good job with it. Then we have a display case back. There's no writing on the case back. And of course, if the crystal is glass, so is the case back. And as you can see, once again, it's held on by these screws. So once again, I think these screws are real. Then the rotor says 21 joules GSD watch. Then when I look though at the movement itself, I don't know what type it is because I don't see any writing whatsoever. I believe them about the 21 joules. So this must be a Chinese movement though, possibly a clone of an 8215, but I don't know that for a fact. And so, and there's no indication on the ad or the instructions that came with the watch on what the movement is. So I'm just going to assume it's Chinese and doesn't cost a lot. And I haven't put it on the time grapher yet, so let's see what it does. This will be a surprise for me as well as you. Here it is on the time grapher. And as you can see, it's not running too bad. +3, +5. So this is doing pretty good. 0.1 milliseconds of beat error. So not bad really considering the price of this watch and the fact that it's a Chinese movement, not Japanese. So I'm impressed. Then we have a rubber strap. You can tell that this is rubber and not silicone. It just doesn't have that slick feel of silicone or mushy. So I like it. Now, of course, it's probably not real rubber. It's a synthetic rubber, but it's still very nice. So I think they did a good job with it. It fits the end links just fine. Then it has a nice big sturdy buckle. Then it has two keepers, one fixed, one floating. And of course, it's fixed with these little nibs here, but they do a pretty good job. Now, one thing I noticed though, the notches are really small and the prong of the buckle is bigger than the notches. So as you can see, you can tell which notch I've been using. So it would have been nice if these notches were slotted rather than round, and then this prong would have fit better. Of course, you can always get a deployant clasp, which makes it a lot easier to put it on and off. You'll need an 18 millimeter if you do. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. I think it looks nice. It wears nice. This is really a good watch for considering it's only $40 or less. Here, let me wipe it up. But no, I really like that. I have 3 notches going out and 3 notches going in. So 8 1/4. Of course, you probably have room to cut a couple notches in there too to make it a little bit longer. One of the reasons why I've taken so long to review this watch is I wanted to see if a strap designed for Royal Oak Offshore would fit on it. And so this is an AliExpress strap that I ordered. And so let's put it on the watch and see if it fits. This will be new to me also because I haven't tried this yet. So just let me do that off camera for 1 minute. Well, unfortunately, I tried and I failed. The pins holding these straps in are really thick and they count on that to hold the pins in place. And so the holes on this one did not line up perfectly and they just wouldn't go in as is. Maybe if I had some different pins that were a little bit thinner, I might have been able to make it work, but I just don't have any with me. So unfortunately, I was not able to make this strap work. And it's not because it didn't fit the slots, it's just because the pins were so thick and the holes didn't line up 100% perfectly. Here we are in the loom room, just wearing the watch for review purposes. I knew the loom wasn't any good. You're getting quite a bit of watch for the money, so this is one of the cost savings. As we speed up the time, everything fades very quickly. The hour hand has a little life to it, so you might be able to tell the hour in the dark, if not the minute. Not quite as bad as a Walmart George watch, but nothing is. What I like about this watch? Well, I like the price. It was under $40, and you're getting a solid steel automatic watch. I like the fact that this bezel's real. These are real screws, and these are real screws on the other end, so it actually really screws down. And I really like this rubber strap. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel all squishy like cheap silicone. It's a good strap. What are my grapes and groans? I wish it was bluer. This blue just looks too more gray than it does blue. The loom is just horrible. And I wish it had a Japanese movement. Yeah, I know this movement is doing pretty good on the time grapher, but you just feel more comfortable with the Japanese movement. Do I recommend this watch? Sure, you're getting quite a bit of watch for the money. It looks nice, wears nice. It looks a lot like a Royal Oak. And it's just been a real pleasure to wear. I just wish I could have changed that strap for you. Well, thank you for watching my review of the GSD 003, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I will get a small commission. And if you're interested in my Members Choice, the Members Choice watch is supposed to arrive in the mail today. So I shall do the unboxing just for members. Bye.